and it's from a book called Notes on a Nervous Planet. So here we go. It says, keep calm, keep going, keep human. Keep pushing, keep yearning, keep perfecting, keep looking out the window, keep focused, keep free, keep ignoring the trolls, keep ignoring pop-up ads and pop-up thoughts, keep risking ridicule, keep curious, keep hold of the truth, keep loving, keep allowing yourself the human privilege of mistakes, keep a space that is you and put a fence around it, keep reading, keep writing, keep your phone at arm's length, keep your head when all about you are losing theirs. Keep breathing, keep inhaling life itself. Thank you.
I love that.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Holly. I love that, especially
You are welcome.
just like keep going. Like don't let all those things phase you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Thank you. Is there anybody who has anything they want to comment on while I'm getting our giveaway ready?
It's mine.
It's yours. Whatever it is.
Stop playing like DJ does.
No, I'm getting it today.
Okay, so let me make sure I have everybody on first before we do our actual giveaway, because I want to make sure everyone's got a chance. So we've got Aquila, Zonia, Dana, Angela, Susan, BJ, Catherine, and Hallie. Am I missing anybody?
Yes, you're missing me. It's Brandy.
Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Hi,
Awesome.
guys.
Okay, so speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. All right, so this is what our giveaway is going to be. This cute necklace. This is an earring.
Ooh.
Cute earrings that I'll bring into the meeting, or if you're coming today, you can also pick them up today. So we got
Nice.
number 4, which is Angela.
Woohoo!
Congrats, Angela.
Yay, thank you.
Woo-hoo.
I will get them Tuesday.
Yes, for sure. Awesome. Okay, congrats. We're going to do some really quick product knowledge. I chose to do the tone correcting serum this week. Does anybody have an idea why I did? Thought it might be kind of obvious. Any ideas?
Well, it's in the starter kit for free with vitamin C squares this month.
Exactly. Perfect. So the tone correcting serum, if you have girls at Stein, which we are trying to grow, of course, our businesses, especially for Destination Red, girls that sign their agreements in February and get their starter kits, they will get this product for free, as well as the vitamin C squares, which is so cool because, just a side note, for those of you who were on before, like a little bit early, I was showing everybody the preferred customer program. I just got my lookbook yesterday with samples and everything. So this is what your customers get if they enrolled in preferred customer program, if you enrolled them. And so this is the lookbook, obviously super cute. It has all the new products in the front. Then it has a sample of the vitamin C squares in here. So there's a sample in there.
Wow.
And then, of course, like we said, for new consultants, so they get a pack of vitamin C squares, and then they also get this tone correcting serum. Okay. So a few things that I found out about the tone correcting serum while I was researching it is it actually took 10 years to develop it. Did anybody know that?
I didn't know that, no.
Isn't that insane? So that, I feel like that just goes to show that, like, Mary Kay, when they are developing a product, they really, really want to make sure that it is right and that it works well and it does all the things that they promised. So this product took 10 years to develop. It is a tone correcting serum. So of course, what it's mostly going to do is it is going to brighten your skin tone. And it's for all shades of skin. It's not just for girls with light skin, medium skin. It's for girls with any skin tone. It will help lighten your skin. This, once again, is in the lookbook that your preferred customers got. I'm just going to read this really quick so you can see what it says, because I think it's a really good description of this product. These are all of the serums that we have, in case you didn't notice that. So right here, we've got the tone correcting serum. It says the appearance of past damage, skin discoloration, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and freckles are all helped with daily use. So how many of you have customers who have been like, I don't really like that I have skin discoloration, or I have sunspots, or I have dark spots? Who's heard that before from their customers?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
For sure, right? So this is an amazing product that can definitely help that. Another thing that I learned when I was researching this product is it has an ingredient that is also very familiar to us and in another product that we love, and that's navy bean. Does anybody remember what product navy bean is also in?
The mask.
Awesome, it's in the charcoal mask. And why do you think it's in both the charcoal mask and the tone correcting serum?
Because it's a skin brightener.
Exactly, it's gonna brighten your skin. So I feel like that just goes hand in hand, especially when you're telling your customers about these products. We get them on the charcoal mask at the Beauty Experience. That's one of the first products that we show them, and everybody loves that product. And then we can also get them on this serum in order to really, really help their skin tone just even out. Okay, so a few more things about this product really quick, and then I'm gonna have Mom come up and take it away. But just really quick, for those of you especially who might be a little bit more new to the products, you can go onto InTouch and you can go to product knowledge, and then there's a fact sheet for all of the products that we have. What I'm doing as we go through these Zoom calls is I'm printing these out and I'm putting them in a 3-hole punch and just putting them in a notebook, which I think is a really good idea, especially for women who want to know more about the products, and you can bring this with you on like appointments or whatever you want. So this has all the information you need about the product. On the front, I love that it has just easy, quick facts that you can show your customers. So for the tone correcting serum, it says features a first ever brightening breakthrough in our patent pending perfectly bright complex. Dramatically evens the appearance of skin tone, which is because of that navy bean in there. Clinically shown to significantly improve skin brightness. 95% of women experience the look of dark spots reduced after 12 weeks, and skin looks flawless. Those are some pretty great promises, right?
Mhm.
So another thing, I learned like a lot while I was researching this. It was kind of crazy. Another thing that I learned, of course, like we said, Mary Kay has like thousands of patents on their products. And I actually looked this product up and one of the patents came up. So if you are super interested in knowing like a lot more about our products, you can go on the internet and you can look up the exact patent for that product. A lot of it was like things that I didn't really understand, like 70% of this hyperglycerate, like I don't know really what it's saying, but I thought that was so cool. You can go online and you can look up the patent so that you really can understand these products. So tone correcting serum, like we said, it's got navy bean extract in it. It's going to help the overall appearance of your skin. It's going to look brighter. It's going to look more flawless. 95% of women said that their dark spots were reduced after 12 weeks. And this, of course, is a product, any serum you put on your makeup remover, then you do your cleanser. If you do a mask, you do that. If you do a toner, you do your toner after your mask. So your toner could be from Botanical Effects, it could be a blemish control toner, and then you do your serum. Okay, so your serum always goes after your cleanser and before your day cream. Okay. One more thing I want to show you, and then I will get Mom up here to help us out, is I saw this floating around Facebook. I'm sure you guys have noticed with so many women being on Facebook, there's just like really cool things that sometimes like end up floating around and you see it like tons of different consultants or directors will post it. So this is one that I saw floating around, and I think it's of course very timely because of the tone correcting serum being in the February starter kit. But this is a before and after picture. I believe he's a director possibly. I'm going to show you. Hopefully you can see it okay, but I'm also going to explain it for the people who are on audio. So this is the before picture. You can kind of see there's a few freckles. There's a little bit of skin discoloration. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
So you can see that there's a little bit of skin discoloration. I will also post these on our Voxer or Facebook page after. And then these are her results after a few weeks of using the tone correcting serum.
Wow, I can see that.
I know, right? You can see, especially like on her forehead, which is generally, of course, because of the sun, where you see a lot of skin discoloration.
Right.
So I'll post these later so you can see them. You can use them with your customers if you'd like to, but just so you can see the before and after of using the tone correcting serum.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we use this picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'll post them and you can use them for sure.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, thanks guys. So Mom's going to take it away. She's going to do her 3 tips that she learned when she was a consultant for being a
Yes, yes. Okay, so rolling my chair up. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're doing great. I've had many conversations this week with several of the consultants in the legacy unit, and I remember specifically about Tuesday night a quick conversation I had with Zonia about a gal at work who was kind of stubborn about using the product. Sonia, are you right there, darling, that you can tell? This was actually a funny story, and I'd love it for her to briefly highlight on it. Maybe you're on mute. I'm not sure. Zonia, you're not on mute, are you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we got you. Yeah,
okay.
You were telling me about a coworker. I believe it's a coworker that.
Yes.
Kind of stubborn about the product and all that, but you had a funny experience. You told me about it. We both kind of laughed at the back of the meeting the other night. You want to tell me?
So yes, she's poo-pooed my Mary Kay product before, and when we first accepted the challenge of putting product on women, I approached her and I said, I've got to put product on 10 women. Would you allow me to use your ring finger and just put a little bit of eye product on there and pat it in under your eye, only one eye? She thought for a moment and then she said, sure, that's fine. So we did. She patted it in, and because of her attitude, I just let it go. The days went on. She, a couple of days later, came to me and asked me, what product did you use? And I said, well, it's my eye correcting serum, the control top pantyhose for the eyes. And she said, I liked it. I said, you want to try it? Because I didn't see the difference. I didn't witness it. She says, oh no, I could see the difference, but I'm not ready to buy it today. I'll get it from you soon. So it was just very casual, very non-threatening. And she noticed the difference and came to me. And so I was kind of excited, and I said, wow, that's funny. And she admitted it. And so maybe she'll become a full-time, every product kind of customer.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of a backdoor method. Now, was that the eye firming cream, did you say, Zonia?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I believe in that product. I'll tell you, you go up to a stranger and say, pat this on, wait 3 minutes, look at both eyes. See, one eye, one side of the face is going to look like they got cerebral palsy. The other side's going to look all fresh and tight.
Yes.
Oh, no, really. I mean, I'm serious. I don't mean to make fun of anyone who has a disorder or certainly disease like that. But it's a tremendous product. And I love the way you did that, Zonia. Plus, I love your courage that you approach someone who's kind of been poo-pooing and all that. And, and one little product can turn around an entire attitude.
Exactly. Yes. And she noticed the difference and admitted it. So, yeah, it's a great product. I love it.
I do too. I mean, I seriously, I love it more and more that every day that we get more interesting in age. Okay, this morning, I'm really excited to be able to share with you the 3 things. And actually, I want to tell you that it's probably the 3 decisions. The 3 decisions that I made as a consultant. And many of you know my history. I was a consultant for many, many years, and I really did not move up. I was a seller, and it took me a long time to learn the business. And I'm not saying that was bad or good. There's no judgment in any of that. But I just want to share with you the 3 decisions that I feel like were probably the most beneficial in making a difference between being moderately successful and then highly successful. Because, I really believe that it doesn't take more time to be highly successful. It takes a couple of the things I'm going to share with you. So here we go. Now, number 1, I want to just also explain to all of you on the telephone, I don't know what all of your personal beliefs are, and I respect everyone's personal beliefs. I respect them because I respect and love all of you. So I'm sharing with you personally some things that I believe that made all the difference. And if you can gather or garner any of this wisdom for yourself, I welcome you to do that. But if you don't, I'm not offended if you decide not to take advantage of anything that I'm saying. Okay, so I just want to preface that. I'm doing a disclaimer here. So so that you won't feel like you need to take advantage of this. The number one most important decision that I made early on in my business is the decision that Mary Kay made when she started this incredible company. And you guys got to remember that she started under impossible odds. Not only was she a woman, but she was a single woman. And in 1963, you know, if you were a woman in 1963, you had no power. I mean, seriously, no power. You had no credit, no power. And if you didn't have a husband, you were laughable. Now, it's hard to believe that our country has come that far in such a short amount of time, relatively short amount of time, but that's exactly what things were like in those days of 1963. So Mary Kay was working against impossible odds. And the decision that Mary Kay made early on in her business was really to succumb to something really greater than herself. And that was that she took God as her business partner. And when I read Mary Kay's autobiography, it reconfirmed to me that I made the right decision of making that decision that she made. I made that decision early on when I heard her speak about it. Something was reticent in me. Something said that's a really good thing to do, is take God as your business partner, because when you do, it not only strengthens who you are, but also it makes such a difference in the outcome of every single thing. When you take God as your business partner, which is exactly what I did, here's my result. Everything that happened, I believed was for the best. If I had an appointment that held, I went going in service of that person. I believed that that person and I were going to become best of friends. I believed that all the good that that person had. I believed that she was light and beauty and love. I believe that because I chose to take God as my business partner early in the business. And because I believe that, I think that I manifested that feeling whenever I was with them. I just manifested the feeling. And the other part about that is that when things did not turn out, and let me tell you, I had recruits that didn't turn out. I had people who weren't home when I would go to their houses. I had that happen. But because I took God as my business partner, I believed that it was for my protection. I believed that something better was coming my way. I believed, and I didn't doubt it. I didn't whine. I didn't say, oh, poor me. I didn't take a victim stance. And because I didn't take a victim stance and I took a stance of godly empowerment, things started working for my betterment and my favor in every single turn I made. Every single turn I made. And I want to tell you, the byproduct of that is having a pretty doggone good attitude too. Because if you believe that everything works together for your good, then nothing could harm you. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can make you sad. Nothing can make you that disappointed. You might be disappointed for a minute until you come around to remember, oh yes, I made that decision to take God as my business partner, and nothing could harm me. Nothing, no fear can stop me. And if I felt a little bit fearful, maybe by approaching an intimidating person, I always remember that, you know what? My coach is the Almighty. Nothing can harm me. I'm just going to get off the bench and work. So also every morning of my day, I would say in my head, okay, coach, put me in. Coach, put me in. And that was also, that put me in a different state of mind than trying to wonder what I was going to do all day. It pushed me from being on the bench to being an active participant in my own life. Now, when I finish up here, I would love your input. But you know what? If you take whatever attitude you want to about my first and most important thing I'm going to share with you this morning, I'm certainly knowing that many of you feel the same way. And I know that everybody is on a different path on that journey in their life. Okay, number two decision is that I decided to plan my work and work my plan. Now, I know I'm going to have many of you rolling your eyes and go, oh my gosh, SuzAnne, are you seriously going to say that one more time? Yes, I'm going to say that one more time. Because when you plan your work and you work your plan and you do a weekly plan sheet, oh my gosh, have you guys decided and taken a look at how much peace and harmony you have in your life? Because when you decide when to work, you know when you're going to plug in. When you decide when you're going to play, you can play with gusto and fun. When you decide when you're going to hold appointments, when you're going to book on the telephone, you're going to go out warm chatter booking, maybe you're going to hold an event or whatever. You know what you're going to do. You're all in at that moment. You're not divided. Your mind is not divided, thinking, oh, I really should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or oh my gosh, I should have got my hair cut. Okay, you're not divided in your mind. And when you're not divided, you can really be present to your moment. I enjoyed my life a whole lot more when I decided when to work and when not to. I was more present with my children, my friends, people around me. I was just much more harmonious. Now, you guys, I know that this is something we talk about all the time, but I cannot I cannot overstate how important it is to plan your work and work your plan and do a weekly plan sheet every Friday. I tell you, that is exactly what put me into action. And I look at my weekly plan sheet many, many, many times during the day. Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Okay, where am I now? What am I decided to do? Then I didn't have to decide if I was going to book. It was on my weekly plan sheet. Okay, I didn't have to decide if I was going to do my reorders and service my customers. It was on my weekly plan sheet. It was a decision that I already made. So it also reduced stress. Now, you guys, seriously, would you do anything to reduce any kind of stress in your life? Okay, give me an amen on that one.
Amen.
Exactly. So weekly plan sheet on Friday, that would have been done yesterday, of course, for the next week. And you know, when you do this, and Mary Kay was an advocate of this as well. She talked so much about planning your work and working your plan and doing a weekly plan sheet. I want to tell you, there's no shortcuts to this. I have found that you really can't really do it effectively on your phone. No, it needs to be an old-fashioned piece of paper, printed out, with your weekly plan sheet, done in colored markers. And you'll all probably remember when I've taught this, because I have children, I also had a colored marker for my children, also a colored marker for my husband, also a colored marker for my spiritual time in the morning, my workout time. And with those colored markers, I could see from my weekly plan sheet, by just the color that was on there, was I well planned? Did I have enough green, which is the income producing activity? Did I have enough pink, which is Mary Kay time, but not necessarily paid time? That would be training time. Did I have enough red time, which is my husband time? So those are things that help you, number one, not have to completely make a decision every single day of your life, but also those decisions are made and you can jump into activity 1 second sooner, a whole lot of seconds sooner. Okay, number three, okay. Number three is that I sincerely have seen so much success in my business. I have seen people who I thought would never be able to get out of their front door become national sales directors. I have seen people who were procrastinators become national sales directors. I have seen people who are the shyest, most introverted people I've ever met debut as national sales directors and have financial freedom for the rest of their life and have a life like myself that people can only dream about. I have seen it dozens of times, and it's not an anomaly, it's a fact. But here's one thing they all have in common. Whether they're outgoing, whether they're an introvert, whether they're shy, whether they're short, whether they're plump, no matter what their circumstances, personalities, body type, personal belief system is, they all have a really good booking hook. Now, I have talked about this probably before to you, but I really believe there's only one skill you need to be really, really good at, and you're not naturally good at it. Nobody came out of their mama's tummy and the doctor said, whoa, she is going to be a booker. I'm telling you, that girl is going to be a booker. That has never happened in the course of anyone ever being born. You naturally are not going to be a good booker, but you can become a good booker. I believe that you have booking hooks. A booking hook always has good bait, juicy bait on it. So this makes it a reason why people want to see you. So a booking hook, I just want to name a couple of them that I have used in my business that are really good booking hooks. A before and after models portfolio is one of my best booking hooks. And the juicy bait is they get to be my model, okay? And maybe they're my model for business women of America. Maybe I want them to be my models portfolio because they have, dark hair and dark eyes. Maybe they're in the medical profession. I had a models portfolio for almost every type of thing you could think about. Working Women of America was probably my best one because it pretty much included almost every woman. So I would really suggest that. Every woman, since she was a little girl, always kind of secretly wanted to be a model. So I would ask them for them to model in my portfolio. I would take a before and after picture. If they didn't want me to use their before picture on that page, and it was always in a glassine folder, a little bit about them, their occupation, what they did, a little bit about their story. Women love to see before and after pictures. Who can put that down? I mean, when you go to a before and after book, or you see them in a magazine, aren't you just like drawn to the before and after? Aren't you really seriously drawn to that? I know I am. So that is what I would show even before my skincare classes. While everybody's sitting down, I would pass my before and after book around. That sold them on the product. That sold them on booking with me for the second time. It was a way that I booked them in the first place. So I really believe that's a great booking hook. A second really good booking hook is product paneling. Product paneling is when you're getting the opinion of people about our product. And that's exactly what you asked for. So it would be, Susie, I would love for you to be on my product panel. And that's when you get to try the product and tell me your honest opinion of everything you're going to be using. And you know, they take notes on it. They give you your opinion. And I would always send them to the marketing department of Mary Kay. And every once in a while, they'd even call me and say, wow, thank you. I mean, we just got 40 of these product panels. What are you doing? Well, that's what I was doing. I was sending the company the research on it. But it gave me my foot in to have people try the product. Okay, and now you guys all know that early on in my business, and even actually up until I retired, if I felt somebody was hesitant with me, I would always say, by the way, Zonia, this is a non-selling appointment. It's just simply for me to get your honest opinion of the product. But then, of course, at the end, where they tried the product, and I was about to put the roll-up bag, I would simply just shrug my shoulders and say, well, I know this is a non-selling appointment. And I shrug my shoulders and say, but do you want to see how it comes? Do you want to see how it comes? And they would always say yes, always, because women are born with 4 to 5 times more curiosity than men. Then got to see how it works. Okay, so those are 2 of the greatest booking hooks that I have. And sometimes you got to put a little bit juicier bait on those hooks. And I really believe in that you can give away a lot of product, but don't overgive. For those of you who are new, you get a lot of free product with Mary Kay. Take advantage of it. But I also believe that if I would give a woman $25 to try the product and be able to order at her own discretion and use that $25, then she would not only buy, but she would overbuy what she was normally going to buy. Now, some of you might say, okay, SuzAnne, I need to put some brakes on this. If I offer someone $25 in free product, then maybe what you ought to do also is say, okay, so Angela, I want to offer you $25 gift certificate with the first $50 you purchase. $25 gift certificate with the first $50 that you purchase. Then that way you've already covered all your costs easily, because $25 in purchases only cost you guys $12.50. So you might sweeten the deal a little bit if you haven't done that in the past. Okay. So another booking hook that I really love to have is friends and family. Okay, so I love friends and family. I love mothers and daughters. I'm having a mother-daughter event. You know what? Because mothers love to get together with daughters. Daughters love to get together with mothers, and they usually don't cancel on one another. And so I think that this is the perfect time of year, because we're coming into spring. This is when you've got graduations. This is when you see baby showers. This is when you see people getting married. This is bridal events, but it's also mother-daughter events because of Mother's Day coming up in May. So I really love to start after Valentine's Day, lots of different friends and family and mother and daughter events. And you can host those events yourself, or contact someone and say, you know, I'd love to have a mother-daughter event with you and your daughter and her friends and their mothers. You know, it doesn't take very long to get a really good beauty experience going when you've got that kind of thing. And then, of course, offer them some free product. Okay, so today I decided to talk to you about the 3 things that made the most difference. The first was my faith and how I exercise that. And you can see that that's run, it's woven in every aspect of my entire 30-year career. And then the number 2 is I really talked about planning. Work your plan and plan your work. Because people don't wake up every morning and plan to fail. They just fail to plan. And then the third thing is an actual way to actually get bookings on your books. And I believe the three things I talked about today are pivotal in your success. Now, I know that your success moving forward is absolutely going to be huge. And my success is going to pale in comparison. I believe that to be true because my national sales director told that to me, and I believed her. And your future is so amazingly bright that when you look at the paychecks up there on your Applause magazine and you see that so-and-so made $42,000 in 1 month, I believe that we're headed into a place where it will not be uncommon at all for a sales director, a national sales director to make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 a month. But it will only happen if you decide to take the reins and run with it and don't stop. You guys, I think the first thing I talked about is pivotal, because this way, if you decide to take God as your business partner, you won't falter. You won't go, oh, maybe this isn't for me. Because once you're inspired to do this business, God never changes his mind. He doesn't say, oh, well, maybe I was just kidding. You know, really, you were meant to be here. And I think if I were to ask every one of you individually, Aquila, Susan, Zonia, Angela, Brandy, BJ, Catherine, Hallie, and whoever else is on the call today, if I were to ask you sincerely and honestly, did you feel inspired the day you joined the company? Did you feel something outside yourself pushing you to do this? I think every one of you would say yes. Well, my friends, that's the higher head in your life. Never question that. Okay, all right, a little feedback about my 3 top tips today.
Thank you, Suzanne.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Loved it.
All right. So what did you personally need to hear today? I feel like sometimes when you hear something, there'll be something that will spark something in your heart because you allowed it to spark something in your heart.
Well, I have to go to the before and after portfolio. That worked for me years ago, and I've gone on and on with that. But it was always the hottest thing I had going. And it brought me a lot of customers. And the customers I have today right now as reorder customers, I think if I looked at them, I would say every one of them was a model for me, for my portfolio.
Sure. Or even a model for the unit meeting coming for the beauty experience, or for this Tuesday is going to be for the beauty bars. Right. Model for that. You know what? Every woman can be a model, whether it's a hand model and everything's on her face or her hands or whatever. Susan, thank you for the kudos for that. I appreciate the feedback.
Yeah.
Hey, Suzanne, I was going to say
This is.
thing.
Go ahead.
This is Angela. I was going to say the same thing. Just listening to those tips, it's all the stuff that those of us who have been in a while did in the beginning. And I remember that too, Susan. As you were talking, Suzanne, I was thinking of all the portfolios I did and what a great booking tool that was. And then even if they didn't want their before featured, like if it was I did one that was just professional women and they could feature their after along with their business card in there, or I even let them have like a 1-page ad if they wanted to that went along with their picture in there. And so then that was fun to pass around and network as well. But it was such a great booking tool. I thought, oh, I need to do that again. I haven't done it in years. Yeah.
Well, imagine you doing this at your class and passing around your portfolio and then saying to everyone, I'm going to feature you in my portfolio as well. And so, and then do that. So it also helps you assure a second booking with them as well, because the second booking is going to be their glamour one, which is going to be the best one for the after picture. Yeah. Yeah. Their color and glamour. So good. I'm glad you love that booking hook. Think of it as like, okay, you're out fishing. Well, you can't just put a line in the water. You got to better put a hook and some juicy bait on that, because, you know, we're changing people's lives. And that's what we're doing. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there. You'll change a person's face with our product, but you will change their life with our opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm going to turn you back to beautiful Kara. Here she is. Yay.
Well, thanks so much for being on the call today, guys. It's been very productive. We learned a lot about the tone correcting serum. Got some awesome tips from Mom, of course. So like Mom said, don't forget we have our beauty bar coming up. I'm sure I'll be reaching out to a few of you to help us out with a few products. And other than that, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. And then of course, we also have a beauty experience at the studio on Saturday. So that would be a really great time to book people for like a before and after or for anything. That'd be great.
Perfect.
Any questions, any comments? Thanks for being on today, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kara.
Awesome, you're so welcome. And Angela, I'll bring your earrings on Tuesday, so get excited.
I'm excited.
Good. All right, bye guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.